Hey, how are you guys doing? So we got the next episode for Love Live Superstar. Of course, if you wish to watch this as normal, you gotta go to the main official site, Crunchyroll. That's where they're going to be hosting it. You need a premium subscription to be able to watch it. But past that, of course, there are the other sources if you're interested in watching it early, but maybe not as more legal. But of course, after the episode, we will have a poll where you can rank the girls from 1 through 9, 1 being your favorite and 9 being your least favorite. And on Thursday, I'll go over the results. So, of course, if you're wondering what happened last week, there was no episode. That's because they delayed it because of COVID purposes, so whatever that might be. So now we should hopefully be back to schedule where every week we're going to have an episode. That last episode that we have, again, as a reminder, was the You Are Hazuki Ren. Now it's focusing on Ren's gaming habits and how that kind of made it more difficult for her. But of course, now let's go and talk about this episode. So in this episode, we're starting off with the introductions of the new student council. Of course, we have Ren, the student council president, but surprisingly, we have Kinoko. She's going to be the secretary. I don't know if I remember seeing something like that, but again, that was a while ago. So we got Kinoko, and then we got some other girl, Nana Kusua, I don't know. And then, of course, we got the vice president, Shibuya Kano, which we said that was going to be covered last episode that she was going to be that. The next thing that they discuss is that the open house will be this month, which that was my prediction based on the preview from last episode, that they're going to have an open house and show incoming freshmen to show, come and apply to our school. But the girls are now going to be focusing on, of course, the next step for trying to get into Love Live, and that is trying to figure out what stage they have. We have Cuckoo, who shows a bunch of previous stages, and these actually kind of look pretty nice. But of course, the girls need to figure out where they're going to host it first of all. So Kuku's like, let's go to this baseball stadium. We have so many angles, and this is totally going to work. And May's like, yeah, we can totally do this. And how well they did? Yep, it didn't go very well. So of course, that got shut down. But then we have Natsumi's like, to win, we must bribe people. And of course, she gets shut down by that because obviously that's not going to be the best strategy. So the girls are saying, we should create a symbol, and that will help us figure out where we want to go. And Kinoko's like, we have some stuff like roads and stores nearby us. Wow, very unique. So then we're just going to jump to the open house, and we see a bunch of the other things here and there. Girls doing stuff. Chisato trying to sell takoyaki, except it's rainbow colored. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't sound very appetizing. Takoyaki is octopus balls. It's filled kind of with a hot sauce, or temperature-wise hot. I think it's mustard-ish kind of base. Mayo, but for some reason people don't like it, and rainbow is not exactly the most appetizing color I would say for this. So then Natsumi's like, what if we combine it with smoothies? So then she's like, this is gonna be great. So then she tastes it, and then, well, if you have something hot in your cold drink and suddenly you just get that they're strong, probably not great and a little surprising. So then we have the younger sister of Kanon come, and she's like, yo, I'm gonna come and look around this place. And Kuku's like, oh, you should be an idol. Imagine if we had two sisters as idols. That has never been done before, right, guys? So she's like, yeah, I don't know if I want to join yet. And so Kuku is like, oh, a little sad. But Kanongo shows around, and they come to a place with a bunch of books. And then she likes books. But she asks the question, weren't you originally a music school? So why did you start school here? And Kanon's like, actually, I don't know the answer to that. So she just tries to do a bit of research to figure out what it is. But when she was doing some research, she got a call from Sunnypa. And they showed their stage, and this actually looks pretty nice. This would be so cool if we actually had a stage like this, like an All-Stars with a bunch of water. I don't know if that's too graphically intensive, but this would be something really cool to have in All-Stars. I don't know necessarily exactly the stage, because that would require Sunnypa, but I think that would be really cool. But the girls from Sunnypa were saying, this is our last time, so that their island kind of went all out to really support and make the stage, because as if they move on, they're not going to be performing on their island anymore, especially because this is the last time because it's third years. So then the girls go and talk with some of the other girls, and they said they're going to go help support them so they can focus on doing Love Live and not worrying about all the student council stuff. So the girls start crying, and they get a bunch of submissions for ideas of what they could do for the stages. And the main one that everyone was talking about was Omotosando, which is currently where they are right now on that street that they had their last song performance from last year. with Starlight Prologue, and it's a really beautiful area and it's very iconic. And I can understand why a lot of people like that place as well. It's because it's on a really big road. But of course, the problem is they already did it before. But then I got kind of thinking, well, roads. And then suddenly she runs off and figures out a place where she can have their performance on this large road here. So it's a different road. And this road is important because they said all the roads connect here. And that's our school was built here because that's where all roads lead to. I thought that was Rome. But I guess a bunch of roads connect there. So that's how they use that and say we all connect together because all the roads connect here and something like that. But then we get to go and get to see their next performance for this song. So without further ado, let's get a preview of this song. So of course, one of the things you'll notice right away is that this definitely has that very traditional-esque kind of style of instrumentals that it really inspires the song and the outfits and the overall stage and the environment. And I usually like when they do that. And yeah, I do like this song. I felt like they could have done a little bit more with the traditional instrumentals because I felt like there's only just like one of those instrumentals. So I felt like they only kind of like sprinkled it, but I felt like they could have done a little bit more of those. But overall, as the song, it's kind of like the My Might Tonight, I guess, equivalent for this anime. And I think it's a fair song. I do like it, but I felt like they could have done a little more with it. But overall, I think it's a pretty good song. And after their performance, we get to see, yes, she's still a thing. And again, apparently, no, Wien, whatever. I guess she still exists, so we'll see if that means more, especially in future episodes. And we get to see that these girls get to advance to the Tokyo Regional, so I guess it's not over for them. And then we got the preview for the next episode, and there's just a few things that are shown here. We got Mei and Kineko holding hands. We got Shiki with some kind of interesting substance. We got Natsumi freaking out over something, and then we have some girls crying. And then last but not least, we have Cuckoo running away from Sumire, which I guess this has to do with potentially Shanghai, or she might have to move or something like that depending on how the performance goes. But without further ado, we do have to talk about the Leonuta. This one's going to be by May. So without further ado, let's get a preview of that one as well. So that song was again by May, and looks like the counterpart for this for next episode would be Shiki, just her version of this with different illustrations. And this kind of style makes me feel of, if I'm gonna be stereotypical, Hawaiian music, I guess. I don't know what the right word was, tropical kind of summery kind of feeling. And I don't know, I think it's a pretty fair song. It's not my favorite or anything, but I think this is a calm, enjoyable music to listen to, and I think May does a good job. And I guess we'd see her messing around with the cat skin. Her symbol's a cat paw, so it definitely seems to make sense why they did that. So yeah, but that will go ahead and conclude this episode. And I think the song that we got from earlier, Chance Way or Day, whatever it was, I think it's towards the top of the songs. But what the heck does that even mean, Chance Day? I don't know. I guess English is optional in terms of sense when they make these kind of songs and titles. But overall, we definitely got to see some moments that were pretty interesting. We got to see the stage, especially for Sunny Passion. I don't know if we'll see them perform on that. I guess probably not, but that was a nice looking stage at least. Wien came up again, finally. I think, when was the last time we've seen her? 3 or 4? So it's been a while. I'm assuming she'll play a bigger role coming up. Because I was like, dang, did they just introduce her and forget about her and say she's for later? And of course, the big question a lot of people have is season 3. Are they hinting at season 3? We didn't really see a lot of focus on any potential upcoming girls. So I don't know about that yet. And I mean, I guess our sister's always potentially an option. I don't know. But if I had to make a guess in season 3, I'd probably say yes. But, you know, whatever. And then, of course, we just gotta sprinkle in a bunch of other moments in there. With the preview, of course, it's hard to predict a lot based on that. I mean, of course, we had that movement where we saw Cuckoo running away from Sumine, which, of course, those two girls know about Cuckoo's situation on potentially moving back to Shanghai. So I can expect to see some kind of conflict arising there. I don't know if that necessarily means it's expanding to other girls, because we don't know what like Natsume was freaking out over. That could potentially be the situation. But at least we do know the girls are going and moving on to the Tokyo Regionals. So hopefully we'll be able to see a little bit more competition there. And maybe we'll get to see some other rivals perform. I don't know if that means Wien again or Sunny Passion. Because I don't know, Sunny Passion is kind of just a supporting character right now. And it's like they performed their one song and that's it. So maybe at least it was nice to see Sunny Passion perform at least another song, because it kind of, that's it. So it's kind of been, they're just kind of been taking the back seat for most of that. But anyways, let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments. What did you think of the 2 songs that we got? And what are you hoping to see in the next episode? What are your predictions? Like, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think these girls are freaking out over? And I don't know, what other predictions you got? Let me know all about that in the comments below. Of course, I do have that poll that you can go click in the link in the description below, where I will have you guys rank the girls from 1 through 9. And of course, we'll go over the results pretty soon here on Thursday to see where the girls rank. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in another video soon.